Happy Wednesday. Namaste. What's going on, people? What's going on? As for me, it is still freaking hot. It is hot in Texas. Somebody asked me, is it like this all the time? And I had to tell them, it's not like this all the time, but there are summers where we get just miserably hot, and it's like that now. It has been over 100 degrees mostly for the past 2 months. It's been since May. Yeah, that's Texas living for you. But what's going on? Let's do a check-in here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Do that for me. Help your boy out. Any of you who have been using the Magical Cash book, there are a few viewers who say that they have used it. It looks like this. Mine is getting kind of torn up. The back looks like this. One of the easiest ways to get money is the Magical Cash book. I may need to redo this, but I have found through experimenting with this for the past, I want to say 5-6 years, there's some things that you should know about the Magical Cash book. First of all, there seems to be a cap when it comes to this, okay? This, I found is good for when you need money in a hurry. Okay, Natika will answer. That's the angel whose sigil this is. And it seems to be like right around $1,000. That seems to be the cap for this. Okay, I've done higher, a lot higher, and not so much higher than 1,000. And both times it has taken forever. So that's me though. For those of you who are experimenting, keep experimenting and see what the cap might be. Okay, just thought I would throw that out there. All right, this book always works. If you need money, I think someone asked me on the last live, someone who needed money like really quickly, I would say use the Magical Cash book. It works every time, every single time. Okay, just thought I'd throw that out there. Okay, let's see who's here. Good afternoon, Anubis. Good afternoon, Tosh. How are y'all doing? Can't be too hot. Sorry, I missed your last live. I was in another Zoom meeting. Can I still ask a question? Tosh, you can always ask a question. Always. I'm always open for questions. What you got for me? I'll do the best that I can to answer your question, whatever it may be. Of course, I prefer magical questions, but if you have any other kind of question, go for it. Man, it's I think the last time we got a summer like this was right around 2011. Everybody I know that's a Texan remembers that summer because it was so freaking hot. And I got the nerve to still be drinking coffee. But see, it's not hot inside my house. But once you step outside, it's like hell. It's like the 7th ring of hell. That means usually we get a really cold winter right behind it. So I get to wear my Doc Martens. Okay, still reading the Kabbalistic Magic book. There's a lot to that book, but all that information is so relevant to Kabbalistic magic. It's so relevant. It's so pregnant with Kabbalistic knowledge in it. Excuse me. Reason I push Kabbalistic magic so much is because that's what runs all of this. Okay, now it goes a little deeper than that. but that's not something I'm going to talk about here, because the stuff that I could say would literally drive y'all insane. If y'all knew what was really going on, the deep stuff that goes on, I mean, it would blow your mind. It will blow your mind to know that most of these celebrities are transgender. That will blow your mind. Okay. I've said stuff about certain people were men and certain people were women and not the way they appear. And people have mocked me and laughed at me. And I'm like, okay. But you know what? Biology does not change. Okay. There are markers for men and women. You can easily tell. The first thing that you can tell on a man is an Adam's apple. Women don't have that. Okay. They also don't have other things. But I ain't gonna get into that. But anyway, I saw something about Biaki the other day, and as soon as somebody came and said something about her, like she's still recycling, saying, "Oh shit, she's a thief," blah blah blah. You should see the people who come to her defense. I'm like, and then talk about how she making her money. Blah. Why is you talking about a celebrity's money like you have access to it? I will never understand that. Talking about her money. It's hers. It ain't yours. She don't know who you are. But these people live their lives vicariously through these celebrities. That's why they are there. So I did not mean to get off on that topic. All right. What do you think about these new occult authors putting worded curses into their books against copying and sharing their work? I've come across 2 such books. Worded curses into their book. I found a lot of times, that's a good question. That's a great question. I've found that a lot of times these are empty threats. Not empty, but the first rule of magic is once you believe something, yeah, your mind can bring it true. And a lot of these occult authors know that. So if they can put that fear in you from the beginning, then what's the odds that you're going to actually share their work? You know what I'm saying? There's millions of people out there. You just gonna curse everybody? I think it's just a threat. It's everybody wants to be this badass magician, this badass sorcerer that nobody can touch their work. But this is the internet. This is the age of the internet and social media. Shit is going to get shared. Okay. That's probably, I'm going to say not mostly, but that's probably the reason I have not written a book yet. That's probably the number one reason, is because once you put it out, it's going to be there forever. It's going to be on the internet forever. And people have a habit of taking your work. I've seen it with everything. I've seen some of good friends of mine who are poets have their work stolen and then shared like it was theirs. I've seen it just from poetry, but I've seen a lot of theft. People who aren't original, and so they steal other people's shit. Sad but true. I mean, it goes with the territory. People, I say this a lot. People are shitty. They just are. The human race is a shitty species, period. We are the only ones who actually think that we are above animals, when the opposite couldn't be further from the truth. Animals like cats and dogs, they live in harmony with the earth and the universe and nature. Humans are despicable. It is what it is. But I ain't mean to get off on that topic either. To answer your question, I see that a lot myself. I see that people put in worded curses. And I don't know of any cases where something has happened to someone for sharing an occult author's work. I don't know of anything happening. I would say use discernment. Matter of fact, if you want to care to share that with me, I'll take a look at it and tell you what I think, what I really think. tell me who they are. I mean, everybody wants to be this, I am Tarzan, hear me roar. Or you know what I'm saying? Just everybody's this big and bad, just aggressive. And, you know what I mean? Whatever. Not saying I'm like the baddest person out there or anything like that. It's just I've come across this a lot of times actually. Like I will exercise extreme prejudice if I find out. Or how are you going to find out? For one thing, it's millions of people out here, millions of people. How are you going to find out if a few thousand people? So you're telling me you're going to curse anyone who shares your work in an age of social media. You're going to curse anyone who shares it. Dora pause. Yeah. Okay. All righty. Where we at? Okay. Peace and blessings, elegant granny. No. Take your time, Tosh. That's usually the kind of book that has those kinds of warnings. He came in on the pause. Yeah, because I mean, I see that so much, and it's usually a money spell book where people are putting out these threats that, oh, if you share my work, curse be your generations. Oh, shut the fuck up. Like, seriously, this is the age of social media. What do you expect is going to happen? What? This is what people do. You know what I mean? And then you're going to curse somebody? Go on somewhere with that shit. Like, seriously. Um, what was I going? Where was I? I was going to ask, do you have any books by S. Rob? If I'm not asking too much, Anubis, no, you're not asking too much. Of course not. Ask whatever you want. um, I do have a few books by S. Rob. What do I think of him? His books are extremely simplified. You know, um, he's put out a lot of books, a lot of books, a lot of books. I don't want to talk against him because I don't know him. Okay. I've seen him on YouTube and he's on that list of the 60. If y'all remember, I was, you know, an accolade was given to me and I was surprised by it about the 60. Let me go to it. Let me go to it real quick. The 60 occult altars you must follow in 2022. He's on there. S. Rob is like I said, his magic is extremely simplified, which is nothing wrong with that. I still say, you still got to get a spiritual ashe to get to that point. That's my personal opinion. Okay, he is on this list. He's near me, if I'm not mistaken. There I am. There he is, right there. S. Rob. So I finally listened to a video. I'm gonna be really honest when I say this. I might not be the best person to ask that question, not because I think his work is garbage or anything like that. I just say his work is extremely simplified. He's the one that you go to if you don't have any tools, if you don't want any tools, if you don't want to follow any traditions. He's the one you're going to go to. That's Rob. I found him very difficult to listen to. I came across his YouTube channel from that site. And it was like, oh, I can't listen to this dude for a couple minutes. I can't do it. Some accents I just can't do. His is one of them. I'm not speaking against him. I'm really not. Okay. I think it's an achievement to be noted on that site, to be mentioned. You know, he's one of the authors that's on there. But for me, again, just to answer your question, it's really, really simplified. His stuff is really, really simplified. I mean, it's simplified to the bare minimum. It's simplified. That's all I can say about it. Hope that answered your question. Are you going to review the other movies? Yes. Yes, ma'am. I am going to as soon as I. It's not that I'm not watching them, okay? It's just that I get bombarded on a daily basis. I'm not exaggerating. I have a circle. I have a circle of people who digs deep just like I do. And I get bombarded on a daily basis with books, with videos. I don't have enough hours in a day, to be quite honest, for everything I would like to do. I just don't have enough hours in the day. Okay. I try to get through all these books. I try to get through all these lectures and this informational, like deep, dark shit that people are sending to me. I belong to this group where every 5 minutes the information is being pumped out. I'm not exaggerating when it comes to that. Yes, I will review the other movies. I think up next is The Curse of La Llorona. That is what's up next. Okay. I just have to find the time to get to it. I do apologize for the delay. I will get to it. I promise. It's like recipes. No matter how many people use the same spells, the outcome will differ based on intent, environment, the healing protection work the individual has or has not done. Excellent point, elegant granny. That's great. It's the recipe. Matter of fact, I've said this before. I've said that a grimoire is nothing more than a magic recipe book. It's a cookbook, you know? All right. And I'm going to get this example again. My wife is a chef. She's a trained chef. Okay. She will take a recipe. If she wants to cook something, she'll take a recipe that she can find and she tailor makes it to her. You know what I'm saying? She tailor makes and uses her expertise to make a dish from it. Same thing with magic books and grimoires. Exact same thing. Okay. Take whatever is given, you take what you need, discard the rest. You make it tailor-made to you. That makes sense? That's what a grimoire is. So the best grimoire, in my opinion, I've said it before, is the Greek magical papyri. You got spells for every single thing in that book. Everything. Everything is in that book. I did it, a month ago when I talked about the Greek magical papyri? Thank you, Elegant Granny, for saying that. Yeah, absolutely correct. Your wife must be some related to me. Lots of chefs on my dad's side. She is from Virginia, so I'm not sure, Elegant. I'm totally not sure. She's Virginia. She's from Virginia. That's where we met when I was in the military. I was in the Navy when we met. So I'm not sure about that. Could be. Beautiful risings and day to you, New Nine Naturals. How are you doing? Has anybody seen Terry Crews lately? Y'all remember Terry Crews? Anybody seen Terry Crews? He's fallen off, hasn't he? He's really fallen off big time. You know, is it time that have people actually gotten tired of the black man's image being smeared constantly? Is that what it is? I don't know. I don't know if that's the case with Terry Crews, but once he started doing all that funny shit, you know, once he fell way off. I'm just wondering if anyone has seen him. Oh, that's right. You did say that, Elegant Granny. You're from Central Virginia. Y'all might be related. Y'all really might be related. No, what am I trying to say? Y'all might be related. Okay. Yeah, didn't he get Me Too? I think he did. I think he did. But the how he got Me Too is he come out when all these women are coming out. Here's this big Negro. I mean, this big buff Negro, manly supposed to be. All he do is play bitch roles. How can you respect that constantly? You know, how? I don't care how big you are. Okay. I ran across an interview, and that's why I mentioned him. I ran across an interview with this comedian who talked about how he's lost so much respect for Terry Crews. Because you get Me Too from an employer grabbing your meat. You come out when all these women come out, yeah, it happened to me too. So you're telling me you coming out talking about an employer grab, but you ain't do nothing about it. Like, all right, so you got to see this interview. You have got to see this interview. I'm saying, bitch rolls. You know, he gay as shit on what was it? Friday After Next. Friday After Next, yeah, Friday After Next. He talking about some Tupac. Damn, you so fine. What, dude? Really? Here's the interview that I'm talking about.
With Metro by T-Mobile, make your party epic with
I'm not
5G.
sure who this guy
Get
is.
more choices with the largest selection of.
You can still be tough.
But check this out. I'm only gonna play a clip because I'm not sure. I'm still not sure how this works, as far as sharing people's stuff. But
You can still be the man. You can still be the Terry Crews, the big boulder of a man, and still be gentle and nice. And you know what I'm saying? You could have kept it. Now he's just all this. And
I think
that's all he is now.
There is someone that is known as a larger black brother within Hollywood. That's Terry Crews.
Bless his heart.
You know, upon looking at him, I also would assume that he's probably very intelligent. From a security guard like yourself to now being somewhat of a recognizable man in Hollywood, a success, I think, in his own way. However, it does seem like he kind of panders to the white audience, that our audience doesn't seem to really respect how he's doing it. Just your overall thoughts.
For one, Terry Crews was an actor that I admired. We have similar past. I think he's from either Flint or Grand Rapids. He's from Michigan. I'm from LA, but he played ball in college. I played ball in college. He went to the NFL. I didn't go, but we played the same position. We were around the same size. So I watched his career go from like training day where he barely had any lines, if no lines, to like White Girls, to My Wife and Kids, and other stuff he did. You know what I'm saying? He's funny, big funny, dancing and stuff. I loved all that. Super swole, be in the gym heavy. So I looked at him like, damn, I can, and he made it. All the way from the security guard at I think at a Sony Lab or something like that to like being where he is.
He was a security guard. They call him Friday or something like that.
Possibly, boom, and then he ended up being in part 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
That's dope. I love hearing that, and I never met him before. So, but over the years, he's kind of done things and kind of said things, tweeted things that I didn't really agree with, and it does seem like he kind of panders to the white people.
so I'm stopping there. You know what I'm saying? So the interview was about 11 minutes long about just Terry Crews. And I was thinking to myself, I said, so when are these people going to get tired of melanated men being shown as bitches? But so they take the biggest dude. Terry Crews is really big. They take the biggest dude and bitchify him. You know what I mean? White chicks. You know, he get ready to masturbate to Tupac video, you know, I think it was on like a what was it? It was something with the Expendables. He was in that. Sylvester Stallone and Jet Li and all them. They all were sitting around in suits and everything. Terry Crews is flexing, but he got a bra on. And they all laughing. I'm like, they're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you. You know what I mean? So I finally have come to the realization that these black men who go up here and do these things, they're part of the agenda. They got to do what they got to do to keep food on their table. You know what I mean? And Terry Crews is like, dude was trying to be nice about it, Big Ja or whatever his name is, and I'm like, melanated men, you can't really blame other people for the roles that you take and for what you do for their entertainment. You know what I mean? He says on one part of this interview that, you know, he's a great father figure in Everybody Hates Chris, which he was, but he wasn't scary. He's not a scary guy. You see what I'm saying? Somebody grab your meat. Come on, man. You're getting slapped out, you're getting choked, you're getting punched, something. You know what I mean? Something's gonna happen. Hey, that shit ain't cool. Don't ever do that again. You know what I mean? I just thought this was an interesting thing because I still haven't gotten to P-Valley. Still haven't gotten to it. But like I said, if the men wouldn't accept these roles and play these bitchified roles, if they wouldn't, you know, agree to it, it wouldn't be happening. There ain't nobody standing up. Like when are melanated people as a whole going to be like, damn, stop showing the men like that, you know? But nobody says a fucking word. So it is what it is. You won't ever catch me doing this shit, but it is what it is. All right. Ashe Ogun, the Warlock Usli Sr. Thanks for answering my question. I have S. Rob's Dark Prayers book, and he didn't say that he offered any offers. So I guess his books are amplified. Yes, they're very simplified. Very. Yes, Tosh. Bitch rolls. I mean, right. Same thing with Ving Rhames. He did Holiday Heart, and Ving Rhames, not only, I'm glad you brought that up, Elegant. Not only did he do that, with Holiday Heart, they show this every year. Every year they show Holiday Heart. He is this transvestite, or what would you call him, a transsexual? I don't know what he was, but he's dressed like a woman constantly. And it's not even little guys doing this. It's the big guys doing this. You got, not only did Ving Rhames do Holiday Heart, but he also did Pulp Fiction, where he getting fucked in his ass. You see what I'm saying? He getting raped. You know? He didn't have to accept that. Why didn't Bruce Willis get raped? Why did Ving Rhames have to get raped? Bobby Hemming mentions that to succeed in Hollywood, you have to either get fucked in your ass or something with your butt. You gotta give up the butt. Okay? Look what Martin Lawrence did. Big Mama's House. Got shot in his ass too. Denzel Washington got shot in his ass in Training Day. What is this with the? That's subliminal. We're just getting shot in the ass. Yeah, if I'm reaching, I'm reaching. Am I reaching? I doubt it. I doubt it very seriously. Okay, this is how Hollywood gets down. So they take the biggest dudes, with the exception of Martin Lawrence and Chris Rock. Chris Rock did it too in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Chris Rock did it too, where he dressed up like a woman. He's supposed to be his sister. See what I mean? Will Smith, the gay guy in 6 Degrees of Separation. After that, he blew up. He constantly, he did it in Wild Wild West too, and I wasn't aware of that until recently. We tried to give it a shot. That is a terrible, terrible movie. Terrible. Wild Wild West is a terrible movie. But yet and still, put on a dress. Okay? It is what it is. So once they have no more use for you, once you served your purpose, once you serve your purpose, they will discard you. Okay, we have no more use for you. What's gonna happen when Lil Nas X stops with the gimmicks? Then what? His music is already garbage, but he pulled out these, he catered to those kids. Notice how it happened. He catered to those kids. The Old Town Road, a lot of kids like that. And then as soon as he got a great big audience with kids, he went with the gay shit. As soon as that happened. Now he talking about fuck BET. Seriously, wearing high heel. He do all kinds of just really stupid. Even the alphabet community is sick of him. But again, I say this. If they wouldn't do it, it wouldn't, if they ever thought of taking a stand and say, hey, you know what? That role's not for me. Then we wouldn't see it so much. But they all agree to this shit. They are part of the agenda. There are no celebrities that are your friends. None. Not one. I don't care how pro-Black they may appear to be. They are all there for a purpose. Right. If you stand for nothing, you fall for everything. I could send you a clip of a Black man twerking better than any woman on a pole. Black men are out here wilding. Absolutely. Wesley Snipes. Yeah, I meant to mention that one too. To Wong Fu, another big badass Black man. He did Blade. He know martial arts, and then he did To Wong Fu. That's got to be the ugliest nigga I have ever seen in makeup. The ugliest nigga, besides Ving Rhames. They all agree to this shit though. They all do it. So I mean, they get down like that. So we can't get mad. We can't really get mad about it. They all do it. They all agree to it. Okay? They all agree to it. I used to get mad. I ain't gonna lie. I used to get so sick of seeing bitchified men on TV. And that's all you see now. You don't see gay white men on TV like that. Not at all. Not even close. It is not even close. Not even close. Now you got commercials with Black men kissing each other. Now you got that. Like I said, if they wouldn't agree to it, and yet people think that the media doesn't have any effect, but you see all these young brothers out here that's real feminine. All I do is shake my head and I keep walking. You know what I mean? I don't even entertain it anymore. What's the point of getting, I'm one person. Okay. I am glad I was in my son's life and still is. I'm glad of that. Yeah. I didn't mean to turn that into a discussion. I really, really did. Yeah, buck breaking. There you go. Buck breaking. Buck breaking, our men has never stopped. It's just done differently. Tariq Nasheed. That's what it is. Elegant Granny always comes with the points. She's always on fire. Buck breaking is a thing. It always has been. Okay. Tariq Nasheed, who wrote Hidden Colors, he did his last documentary. It will piss you off if you watch the whole thing about all the buck breaking. You know? But it's never stopped. That's my whole point. All of us are aware of it, but who stands up against it? They continue to do this shit. Make it in Hollywood, you got to do this. This is what you got to do. This is ritual on a mass scale. Okay? It's ritual on a mass scale. This is their rituals. This is how they do it. They do it through TV, social media. Just my thoughts. I wasn't expecting you to say that is. Come on. Y'all seen Toon Waffle? Now it is a funny ass movie. But all three of them niggas, Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze, John Leguizamo, them some ugly bitches. Them some ugly dudes. Come on. They was in that town and nobody knew they were men. Oh, yes, the fuck they did. Because Wesley Snipes is big and so is Patrick Swayze. So this has been going on a long time. I laugh at it now. It's funny to me now. I don't feel any kind of way about it because nobody stands up against it. So it is what it is. Like Elegant Granny says, fame at the cost of your soul. And that's what it is. Check out Buckbreaking by check out Buckbreaking by Tariq Nasheed. It's a good document. It's a good document. All his documentaries are good. True Colors or Hidden Colors, those are good documentaries. Okay, especially if you're just coming into knowledge. These days, you got to expand your consciousness. And how do you do that? Okay. For one, pray for it. Meditate. Okay. You should meditate on a daily basis if you can. These are things that you should do on a daily basis. You should meditate. You should pray. I think people have forgotten the art of praying, asking the universe what you want with whatever deity you deem fit. Okay. God is a title, by the way. It's a title. It has always been a title. Okay. Pick a deity, pray. Pray for your neighborhoods. Pray for your soul to survive. Pray for your finances. Pray for your communities. Pray for your well-being. Pray for your health. Pray for your generational health and well-being. Pray against curses being thrown at you. Meditate. You should pray. You should laugh and smile every day. It is contagious. Okay. I make it a point to smile at certain people. Even though it don't seem like I do it a lot, I do. Okay. Raise your vibrations. Y'all probably sick of me saying that, but drink water every day. You should drink water. Your brain needs it. Your actual brain needs water to survive. Okay. You're gonna have to expand your consciousness. Look to ancient civilizations and what did they do to expand their consciousness? Here's one of them. It's Blue Lotus. This is a tincture I take sometimes. This is Blue Lotus. One of the favorites of the Egyptians to expand your consciousness. Okay? Detox your pineal gland. Blue Lotus. Okay. Tell somebody you love them every day. Every single day. Okay. It's stressful enough as it is out here. It's very stressful to live in the United States right now. Finally, someone is talking about this. I'm so over it. Yes, that's the sad part is that I'm over it myself. And as a Black man, I despise sin. But what are you going to do when that's the role? They agree. Their soul agrees to put on this minstrel show. And what comes to mind when I said that? Bamboozle with Damon Wayans, Spike Lee, that movie. Okay, they agree to it. Nobody stands up and does anything about it. So they continue to pick these Negroes and parade them in front of you, bitchified, while the European man is the standard for masculinity. Also, who put out the term toxic masculinity? There's not a goddamn thing wrong with masculinity. Nothing. Nothing at all. So who put that out there? Toxic man. Get the fuck out of here. What's up, Kush African? Thanks for your super chat, Cammy. Prayer is the one ritual that all you really need is your intent and quiet power to make shit happen for everybody's good. This is why Elegant Granny is one of my favorite people. Thank you so much for saying that. Y'all listen to Elegant Granny. She knows what the hell she's talking about. Your intent, pray. You always said meditate, but I could never find the time in the day until I realized that I could do it at night on the way to sleep. Best decision for me and really helped. Absolutely. Absolutely. And no one can take it from me. Absolutely. I have the Blue Lotus tea. That works too. That works too. I love Blue O's. Hard to come by now. I need another vendor for it. If you're willing to pay for shipping, I believe they ship. It's these are friends of mine, Blended Roots. If you're willing, they have other stuff, herbals that you can buy from them. If you want the information, I'll give it to you. Okay. Blue Lotus. All the herbs that the ancients took, the mushrooms, salvia. Salvia is another way to expand your consciousness. What else? There's so much. Okay. Even the herbs that I've been taking on a daily basis, like Go-To Cola, which is good for your circulation overall. Right? Ginseng. Ginseng is good. Okay. B complex. It's excellent. B complex. Zinc. Zinc is another one. Magnesium is another one. Okay. All that taken together on a daily basis, plus fruits, plus vegetables, can expand your life and make you really healthy and expand your consciousness. Okay. You expand your consciousness, your magic grows. Your magic grows if you expand your consciousness. There are certain binaural beats. You keep listening to binaural beats, your brain cells grow. You know, having a bigger brain is a good thing. Okay. Even though it's a repository for the mind, it still is a good thing, and you need to take care of it. You need to take care of your brain and your pineal gland. As I drink some coffee. I mix Blue Lotus with lavender for my salad and teas. Talking about tapping. Yes, yes. What up, Vision TJ? TG, sorry. Magic, you can use magic to time travel. I can send you the spells. Time travel. Yeah. You know what? I'm glad you said that. All right. So in my humble opinion about time traveling, yes, you can do it. You can do it, right? However, I don't think, I'm not sure, and I've not attempted it. I am not sure that you can physically time travel using magic. Okay. There's a person who wanted me to do a time travel spell for them. I said, I'll attempt it. And your astral body is what's going to time travel, not you, not your physical body. I don't think any magic has the technology to do that. Now, physically, there's some scientific technology that's hidden that can do that. Magically, I haven't found it yet. And that's after 25 years. I will admit to that. But I have time traveled back to the past in my astral body, not my physical body, my astral body. Okay. Now, there are some sites that offer time travel spells. I don't know of a single person where they physically traveled to the past. I just don't know. Okay. That's some more research I would have to do. Honestly, it's never interesting. I'm not interested that much in traveling backwards. I'm just not interested. Okay. I have done time travel spells for myself where I wanted to see an event to make sure that I remembered it correctly. I did not physically go back to the past. That's what I'm going to keep saying. Until somebody proves me wrong, I would love for someone to prove me wrong on this one. I just don't know the technology that's going to happen. You know, I'm not afraid to admit that I don't know everything. But I'm sticking to my guns on this one. Your astral travel can go backwards. Your etheric body can go backwards. Your spiritual body can travel backwards. Your physical body, I just don't know. I really don't. You can send me the spells. I'll attempt them. I was trying to say ill intent, but autocorrect decided to be a smart ass. You know how they do. They know what you want to say better than you want to say. Don't forget to layer your magic as well. Okay? Layer it. What do I mean by layering? All right. Suppose you put together a honey jar. Okay. Is that a spell? Absolutely. Especially if you're working for the first 7 days. That is a spell. But you can do other things to assist with that. Say the honey jar is for a lust spell. Are you just going to do that honey jar? Is that it? Or are you going to do certain things, other things? You can do a working that has you and the other person on like a plate or something, a ritual working, and have love herbs surrounding and keep a candle lit. You can write the names of demons, certain demons, and put them in your pocket so that when you are in that person's presence, things can happen. There's so many ways you can go with this. I picked lust because that's one of the most asked for things, in my opinion, anyway. In my experience, that's what most people want, either money or sex. Okay. So, you know, you're gonna bury somebody's drawers in your backyard. You can do that. But layer it. All I'm saying is just my whole point was to say layer it. Just don't do one thing. Do a couple things. Layer it. That's what I mean. It's the best way to get results. If you layer it. That makes sense? Am I losing anybody? Are y'all just not talking? All righty now. I hope y'all stay cool because Texas, I don't know, the only person I know who's in Texas. Is anybody in Texas? I don't think Do Not Naturals lives in Texas anymore. Oh, check this out also. Dr. Blair, may he rest in peace. Dr. Blair, I don't think he talks though. He says, wake up before wake up.
And as it moves up again, you can begin to awaken and come outside of your body, look down upon your body and see that you are more than the body because you never were human. You were simply encased in human and locked in by the frequency barrier, and you didn't know who you were. Trapped on a planet who you didn't even come from, were only here for a lesson. The lesson has got to go on and on and on infinitum. Even the planet is getting tired of that now and is changing the frequency.
Y'all hear that? You hear what he said? The planet is even getting tired of it. So one of the most terrifying things to me is to reincarnate back here to this prison planet. If I can ascend higher, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build my soul while I'm here. I'm trying to learn my lessons while I am here, okay? So that you can take your consciousness with you upon death. That has always been the goal of the ancients, okay? Take your consciousness with you. Otherwise, you reincarnate into another body. You go through this shit all over again. Doesn't the thought of that terrify y'all? Or at least scare you a little bit? Or at least concern you? Well, oh shit, New Nine Naturals is in Arizona. That's one of the worst places also. Magic, I had a dream that I moved into a new house and I looked out of my patio door and saw a pit bull attack another pit bull and ate it. I don't know what it meant. But let's look. Remember, I had Azazel Bay on my show a couple times, right? A pit bull ate another pit bull. When you dream about animals, it usually means something. Let's see. He sent me some free pages from his last book, his upcoming last book. When you see a dog, it usually means something else. Give me a second. Listen to this. To dream of a woman, beware of deceit. An ugly woman, beware of scandal. Damn. All right, you said you saw a pit bull. I know I've seen something about dogs in here. Would you dream of a dog? All right, it's in his comic book. Give me a second. Remember, I got both of his books. I got both of his comic books. That's how much I admire the elder and love his wisdom. I got both of them. These are his books. Okay. Hardcover. Now, I believe the one we're looking for is this. You said a dog. He has a chapter or a couple pages on dreams. Let's see. I know I've seen it. I've seen it. Remember to always write your dreams down too. Remember I said in one of my last lives, these are your lessons. This is what you're here to learn. A dream is nothing more than what you took in all day, and your subconscious is replaying it back to you and giving you lessons. Okay, so maybe it's not in this one. All right, so dream part is in this book, Nirvana. Okay. All right, so I don't remember if it's specifically a pit bull in there, but see, all these are dreams and their meanings. Okay. The dream of a dog, I believe, is not a bad thing. Excuse me. To dream of dogs barking, the dog unseen means a fickle love. But that's not. To dream of a rabid dog means a sudden gain of many friends. Rabid dog. All right, that's not it. I don't think that's it. To dream of a vagina means illness close to death. Wow. Okay, here we go. To dream of dogs, look out for great good luck. That's what it says according to his comment. 113 in Arizona, God damn, I hate it. That reminds me of a scripture in Romans talking about the earth is waiting for us to escape the consequences of what we didn't learn the last time, right? What's the name of this dream book? This is Azazel Bay's Cosmic Comics. It's on his website. Go back and when you have time, go back and look at that interview I did with him. Or you can go to the Galactic Talk with Tino AG. We did a joint interview with Azazel recently. I don't think it's a month old yet. And he always gives out great wisdom. Here's the thing. People don't pay attention to elders anymore. Like they just don't matter. That's the part that's fucking me up these days. Like how's people who came before you and have lived this long unimportant all of a sudden? How are they just unimportant? And he's been in the occult for a very long time. I feel like my 25 years is nothing compared to him and Bobby Hemmett and C. Freeman L. Those are elders. Listen to the elders. They know. Like I was going to mention also, listen to the elders. Listen to grandmothers and great-grandmothers. Ask them when they started calling themselves African American. You'd be surprised that these people like, we was always called Indians. You know what I'm saying? Why you think the jab went first to the elderly people? The jab went first to them. That's good. Thank you. What about cats? Cats is in here too. And I dreamt about my cat who died 2 years ago. I was a mess when that happened, but I was really close to my cat. We dream about cats. Let's see. I forget what that means. I think that's like your spirit totem or something. I'm not sure. Let's see. Dream on. Okay, here we go. All right, so to dream of a jail denotes a great surprise. I remember I dreamt about a jail before. Dream of cats indicate untruth, except an orange tabby is right here. Then I lost it. All right, let's see if I can find it. Dream. See that? Dream of cats. Indicate untruth, except an orange tabby. Exactly. When I was younger, Elegant Granny, I always hung out with older people. People who were older than me. People, the guys who sat on the corner talking and drinking 40s. I always hung around them, listening to what they were saying. I still do it. I still gravitate towards older people. You know what I mean? This generation is fucked up because this generation believes that they invented everything. I don't get it. These motherfuckers are walking around talking about they the chosen ones. Chosen for what? You motherfuckers can't even determine if you're a girl or a boy. Fuck out of here. You're chosen ones. Yeah, okay. All right. But anyway, with me saying that, I was never taught by my parents or grandparents that we were Africans. They told us that. That was some Jesse Jackson BS. Exactly. 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 That's some new shit. Talk about we Africans. Now, how come we don't look like them? How come the genetics is different? That's a different tribe altogether. You know what I mean? The stories don't even add up. You telling me 9 months at a time on a boat with no food and sleeping in their own feces and urine, and they all arrived healthy? Get the fuck out of here. That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, thanks so much. Wait. I have 2 cats that visit me every night, and my cat be meow. That's why they call me Granny, because I'm always around elders, even today. I was wondering why they call you Granny, because you don't look like nobody's granny to me. I'm gonna keep saying that. You really don't look like nobody's grandmother. So I'm like, why they call you that? You are very young looking to me. Just got some, remember I said I always get information? Notice sudden chills and tingles, instant access to a higher information, and a shift in your perspective. Talk about the tomorrow super full moon in Capricorn. There's a lot that's going on here. A super deep karmic reset, aligning us with our highest frequency and divine nature. So be aware of that. You're a great aunt, though. Okay, well, I can't see you as nobody's granny, elegant granny, but I like the name. Yeah, that slave story is a lie. Tired of hearing that lie. Yeah, but they continue to push that. And if you notice, movies and TV, they push it also. If you just pay attention, these actors, they say it too. Like, oh, and they'll say it real casually too. You keep saying that, it plants itself into your subconsciousness. Okay. It's 106 here. This is some bullshit. This is some straight bullshit. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get on out of here. I talk longer. Thanks so much again for joining me. I always say that I like your interactions and your questions. Keeps me motivated to continue on the path and continue to learn more. Okay. Find me on Facebook, on Patreon, and on my website. I am the one and only Magick Croix. I will see y'all the next live. And with that, I say peace. Namaste.